Hey, okay. So today I was thinking I would try to get into a lo-fi beat, but use real instruments. Lo-fi tends to have more of that jazzy organicness about it, so try to use a real bass, a real guitar, over the top of what we lay here. First we got to get into all of the digital stuff. We'll do that first. There's a lot to say about lo-fi in general, general principles of the music. So I'm going to try to not make it too much of a tutorial, but at the same time, not just a beat video, because I want you to be able to actually glean something off of what's going on here, instead of just seeing me lay down tracks and wow, it's great, but how did he do it? So I'm going to introduce each one of these principles before I use it, so you can see what I'm doing, understand what I'm doing, and then you'll see how it all comes together. First is the tempo being somewhere between 50 and 90 BPM, which is rather slow. So let's go ahead and set that down real quick. All the way down to 60 would be a good place. Alright, next, chordal harmonies are very sophisticated. They use lots of 7s, 9s, even 11s and 13s. If you don't know what that means, hopefully we'll get into more music theory stuff later, but right now just know that they're rather complex. I don't like the sound though, so I'm going to change the sound. That's the synth. That kind of sounds like it. Yeah. Basically A minor 9, A minor 9, E minor 11, D dominant 7. A minor 9, A minor 9, E minor 11, B minor 9. So it changes a little bit through. Now, lo-fi could be built on just 2 chords back and forth. It doesn't need to be quite this complicated, but I like to challenge myself to have a little more complexity in the chordal harmonies. The next aspect that is totally necessary is having a vinyl shine, ambience, white noise. This is really a big part of what makes lo-fi sound like lo-fi, is that there's some kind of grainy texture over the top of it that makes it sound sort of messy and gritty as just being white noise. But I think I want something birds or a park or something a little bit different. Nature. That's pretty good. Here's some traffic. Okay, let's use the traffic. I'll see what that sounds like. Then we want to put it down low. It's just hanging out in the background. It adds so much more feeling to those chords already. The next rule of lo-fi is clicks and pops and artifacts, just weird little sounds. Again, lo-fi is supposed to sound messy and gritty and kind of underproduced. I'm going to find some weird mouth sounds here. Lots of little clicks and pops. I like that. Our next lo-fi rule here is that most instruments are EQ'd to the center. I'll show you what that means, but you remove the high end and the low end from a lot of the instruments. Of course, this is all done to taste, what you want it to sound like. So even our ambience, pull the ambience in a little bit. Pull in keyboard. Okay, and the next rule of lo-fi is just about keeping rhythms simple. Don't overdo it. Remember our EQ rule? so after rearranging, we got this. Fairly simple. I like that ending. Next, I'm thinking a hi-hat. Same thing applies. Keep the rhythm simple. A hi-hat called Lofi, so we're gonna see if that works for us. Okay, so I rearranged it a bit. I changed the velocities, added a few more notes. So we ended up with. Okay, let me lay this out a little bit more here and then we'll get into more stuff, okay? Okay, this is our new laid out version here. So one rule, yes, let's focus on digital instruments, trying to use as much organic instrumentation as you can. Add in a bass, possibly a guitar. Here, plug it, make sure it's plugged in.